In today's video, we're unpacking what really happens when you claim Social Security at 62, 67, and 70, the biggest myths about investing your benefit early, the truth about longevity and why it changes everything, and yes, we'll tackle the Social Security is going broke fear head on. Today, we're also going to separate retirement reality from financial fiction and help you make a decision with confidence. If you're new here, I'm Eric Rodriguez. I'm a certified financial planner and founder of WealthBuilders, LLC, where I've helped hundreds of professionals retire on their terms with clarity and confidence. Let's get into it. So here's where most of the confusion starts. Popular financial advice out there is almost always built around accumulation. Save aggressively, invest early, maximize returns. End with the biggest possible number. And during your working years, that mindset makes a lot of sense. But Social Security is an accumulation decision. It's a retirement income decision. And those two require very different thinking. You see, in accumulation, volatility is something that you can tolerate. Time smooths things out. You have room to recover. In retirement, the priorities shift. Stability matters more. Predictability matters more. And the cost of getting a decision wrong isn't theoretical. It shows up as stress, hesitation, or fear of spending. That's why treating Social Security like just another investment, something to optimize or arbitrage, often leads retirees to focus on the wrong problem. The real issue usually isn't whether you could have earned more somewhere else. It's whether your income feels reliable, whether your essential expenses are covered, whether you feel confident using the money you've worked decades to save. And to be fair, this isn't about one person or one voice. Most financial gurus out there are giving advice that works exceptionally well before retirement. The problem is that very few explain when that framework stops applying and what needs to replace it. Once you recognize that Social Security is a retirement income decision, not an investment decision, the questions start to change. Instead of asking, how do I maximize my Social Security? Ask, how much reliable income do I need to feel comfortable spending? Instead of, what's the optimal move? Try, which decision reduces stress and uncertainty for me? Instead of, what if I make the wrong choice? Ask, which decision lets me enjoy retirement without second guessing myself? There usually isn't a single right Social Security decision. There are many trade-offs, and the emotional trade-offs often matter more than the mathematical ones. A slightly higher lifetime benefit doesn't help much if it comes with anxiety, delayed plans, or fear of spending. The real win is confidence. Confidence, your income shows up every single month. Confidence, your lifestyle is sustainable. Confidence, you're allowed to enjoy retirement. So let's break it down by the numbers. At age 62, the average folk in America right now will get $1,380 per month, or that's $16,500 per year. Maybe they live to 90. If they do, that's 28 years. So that's $464,000 total. But it's 30% lower than if you have waited at age 67, which is your full retirement age. Because at 67, you would have on average $1,920 a month, or that's $23,000 per year. Well, what if you lived to age 90? Well, that's 23 years, and you would have $530,000 total of lifetime payout. But what if you waited to age 70? Then that would increase to $2,188 a month, or that would be $26,250 per year. So if you live to 90, that's only 20-year period. So now we're $525,000 total. So the break-even point is usually around anywhere between 74 and 80. Live past that, and waiting can mean tens of thousands more in secure income. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the fear Social Security will go broke. Yes, the trust fund is projected to be depleted by 2033 if nothing changes, but the program will still collect taxes. Those taxes can pay about 75 to 80% of those scheduled benefits. So it's not disappearing. It's a partial cut unless Congress acts. Claiming early out of fear may leave you locking in a lower benefit for life, just to hedge against a cut that might never happen. Your biggest risk isn't Social Security collapsing, it's longevity. You don't want to be 85 wishing you had a higher guaranteed income stream. And believe me, I've seen quite a few of these clients that wish they would have waited. They wish they would have had more money right now, especially in these times. You want to plan for a long life, not against the headlines. One of the biggest blind spots in Social Security decisions is longevity. According to the Social Security Administration, a 65-year-old man today can expect to live to about 84. A 65-year-old woman, about 87, and 1 in 3 will live past 90. That means planning for retirement income over 25 to 30 years, not 10 to 15. So many people underestimate their lifespan, and that's a costly mistake because the longer you live, the more that higher monthly benefit from waiting really pays off. It's like buying lifetime income insurance, but for yourself. Even if your health today feels average, your family's history can access to good care can mean you're a part of the group that lives well into your 90s. And once you're there, you'll be glad you prioritize Social Security and predictability over trying to beat the market with an early claim. Let's talk about a common objection I hear all the time as a CFP. Tomorrow isn't promised, so I'm taking Social Security now while I still can. And listen, I get it. We've all seen enough reminders lately that life is very unpredictable. But here's the counterpoint. If you were going to live by the you only live once rule, then let's go all in, right? Let's max out the credit cards. Let's blow the 401k in Vegas, hand the kids their inheritance early, and let's call it a day. But that's not what people actually do because deep down, most retirees are planning for a future. They're hoping for time with family, time to travel, time to enjoy what they built. So if you're planning at all, then you're acknowledging that tomorrow might come. And that means making sure future you isn't scraping by on a smaller check just because today you got spooked. Claiming early might feel like you're seizing control, but for many people, it just reduces one guaranteed inflation-adjusted check you get for life. And if you do live to age 85 or 90, which statistically many of us will, you'll be glad you gave yourself that bigger buffer. So yes, live fully today, but plan wisely too, because if tomorrow is promised, you'll want income that's built to last. So here's the takeaway. Social Security isn't about beating the system. It's about protecting your income. It's not about finding the optimal number. It's about choosing peace of mind. So before you decide to claim early or wait, don't just ask, well, what's the return I'm going to get if I invest it? Or, ask, what do I want retirement to feel like? These are just some questions you can ask yourself. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense to speak to an advisor or get some additional insights based off your situation. However, if this helped clarify things for you, feel free to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss the next video. And if you want to talk through your Social Security options with a professional, feel free to click the link below. I offer a free retirement consultation. We'll help you map out a strategy based on your real needs, goals, and lifestyle. So thanks so much for watching. And remember, good retirement planning starts with understanding what stage of life you are in and what works for your personal wealth plan. See you in the next video.